Hey, I'm Kylie of Kylie M Interiors, online paint color consultant, e-design expert, and a specialist in budget-friendly ideas to update your home. And one of the more budget-friendly ideas is to work with what you got, which is why today we're doing something fun. We're going to look at the best paint colors to update wood, whether it's wood floor, wood cabinets, wood trim, that has a cherry red tone or a pink undertone. I know, these are the tricky ones. Now this video, it's a little bit of a piecemeal video because we're just looking at colors. I'm going to show you a bunch of colors, some that work, some that don't, and explain to you why they don't work. So you may want to have a pad of paper ready and a pen so you can make notes on the ones that catch your eye. So as you can see, I've got a range here. I've got oak, maple, different ranges of red, pink, really good red there, a little bit orange in there, just to give you a really good spread of the different types of colors I deal with in my online consulting and to hopefully hit something that's similar to what you have in your home. Let's get started. So the first thing you need to do is decide if you want to accent your wood or if you want to calm it down a little bit. When you want to accent a wood, you do opposites. Because this is a warm tone, you would go with colors that are, say, blue, green, gray with blue-green undertones. So those are going to make your wood pop a little more. If you want to tone things down, you need to take a more neutral approach. But because these have that little pink undertone, that means you need to have a little wink of that, well, lean towards that color on your walls. Doesn't mean you need pink walls, you need pink-friendly walls. And I will show you what those look like. Let's start. I want to start with the warm neutrals, the ones that scare me the most. So warm neutrals, a lot of them have a cream or a beige base, and that means they can have yellow in them. Now, if there's one thing that pink doesn't like, it's yellow. One of the more muted ones that's borderline, SherwinWilliams Neutral Ground. It is okay. It's kind of a tan with a creamy, doesn't have the little pink in there, but it's not 100% fighting it. Because I realize sometimes it's not just your cabinets calling the shots. You've got backsplash, you've got countertop, exposure, all of these things. And sometimes you need to find that happy medium between your products. Next up, Navajo White, SherwinWilliams. That's a nice warm color. We've got a little yellow and orange in there. Not doing it for me. I'm finding that little warmth there. It's sitting off with those pink and red tones because we don't have any pink. Natural Tan. I don't mind natural tan with this. This is a muted tan paint color, so it leans that little bit into gray. That is fine. Fine isn't really the goal here, but it's okay. Again, sometimes you need that happy medium. SherwinWilliams Natural Linen. If I'm going warm, I really want some flexibility, and I'm going to get it with SherwinWilliams Natural Linen. Beautiful. What I don't want, quite specifically, is any warm color with any degree of green in it. Totally makes me twitchy. So Grant Beige is like a hot, complete mess with these red and pink tones. So you want to stay away from beige and tans with a kind of distinct green undertone like Grant Beige. Same with Bleecker Beige, Bennington Gray, Greenbrier Beige, Manchester Tan. I wouldn't touch those with a 10-foot pole. Shaker Beige is all right. Shaker Beige is a beige that it's a kind of an orange base, but it's a little friendly towards pink, and that is doable. It's a bit better with these darker ones, competes with the lighter one. I wouldn't do that at all. I might look more like at muslin if I like this approach because it's lighter than Shaker Beige. How many more warms? One more. Ballet White. Super popular, warm neutral. Again, I just want to show you how something that has a bit of a cream base doesn't work well with these red and pink tones. It's not connecting and it's slightly clashing. Let's move along to the soft. I've got warm grays and greige here. So if you want to modernize your wood, the most common choice is to go neutral, neutrals with undertones, but you want to be careful. I'm not a big fan of grays with these colors because again, they're going to make the pink pop. The red's going to come up more. That can work. It can be pretty if that's the look you're going for, but most people aren't when they want to actually update. The most I would do Sherwin-Williams Gossamer Veil. It's a gorgeous warm gray. It has a little bit of a green undertone, but it's very passive. So whereas I wouldn't do green in beige or tan or cream, I'd humor it in a warm gray like this. It is okay. It's doable. Agreeable gray, that's a greige that leans into gray a little bit. It has some pretty flexible undertones. Again, it's just doable. It's totally fine. Sometimes you just need that happy medium, right? Gray owl. Actually, surprisingly, I like gray owl. I didn't think I would, but I don't mind it. Again, look at how it really makes the pink pop up. So as long as I'm okay with that look, this is one of the more passive ways to do it while still getting a more modern paint color, but it will bring out the pink and the red. But it won't do that as much as these colors. I want to show you a few. A lot of people really love the blue-green blends, and you have to be so careful when you're working with these red and pink tones because they just bounce off each other. It can be a gorgeous look if you want pink or red toned cabinets to show up more, or flooring trim, whatever you have. I keep saying cabinets. Attitude gray. So that's a gray with a decent green. I mean, I'll admit that is actually stunning. I would easily do a kitchen in attitude gray with those on the cabinets because it's actually a beautiful, rich combo. I'm not going to say it's the most modern approach, but that doesn't mean it's bad or that you don't love it. I think it looks stunning. This next one, not so stunning. Palladium Blue, which is a super cool color. By the way, I have videos and blog reviews for many of these colors, so if one interests you, you can go to my blog, check them out, check out my YouTube channel. That just makes me twitch. So Palladium Blue is beautiful. These are beautiful. Not so beautiful together because they just bounce off each other. This goes too strong in comparison to this, brings out the pink, brings out the red. Can't do it. If I'm going to do a cool tone, I'm going to soften it up a bit, which means I'm going to add some gray to it. So rain washed, it's actually really pretty. I won't deny it's not pretty, but you're not going to be playing down the wood. You're going to be enhancing it. It is going to show up to the party considerably more. If you like that look, fill your boots. Sea salt, I love sea salt, so pretty. That's actually like really pretty. This one makes me intensely happy. Don't love it. This is this here and this here. Not only are you doing opposites, you're doing warm and cool, you're doing high contrast. So it's like a double whammy. For me, as much as I love sea salt, I would probably only do it with that one. Now we're going to get into the colors that I love. Now, a lot of people are afraid of purple or purple pink undertones without knowing that some of the most popular colors people use right now have those undertones. So don't judge them too much until you actually sample them and see them in person. By the way, these that I use, these are sample-eyes. These are peel and stick samples. They deliver to your door if you're in the States for free, and they're cheaper than paint pots, so you may want to check it out. Let's start with a nice soft warm off-white. Heron Plume. That is gorgeous. Like if you compare, humor me for 1 second, a little dip in here. So I grabbed Gossamer Veil as an okay warm gray option, right? So totally okay, right? And we go like that, and you can see how it's like everything breathes a sigh of relief. It's like, oh, thank you. So see what I'm talking about? So pretty. Alpaca, a soft warm gray paint color with a purple undertone. Stunning. Now I find that the lighter my wood is, the lighter I want my color to be when I'm going for this muted approach. Whereas the darker reddish tones, they can handle colors with a bit more depth. I've got a few hiding down there. Super pretty. These can do that too, but these in particular do like the softer depths. This might be as dark as I would really go with these lighter stained woods. Popular gray, just like Alpaca, a little bit warmer, so pretty. So see, these are not like in your face purple, right? It's not like Barney or anything. Benjamin Moore Pale Oak, another stunner, soft and warm. Like, it makes my soul happy to see these combos. I love it. On the rocks, okay. This is probably one of the doable grays for me. Generally, I'm staying away from the grays with these because they make the wood pop up more, but On the Rocks has a bit of the purple in it, so I kind of like it. It works. Actually works a bit better with that guy right there. with the red in it versus this softer pink. Balboa Mist. So Balboa Mist, Benjamin Moore Classic Gray, Collingwood, all good options to check out. That is probably my favorite. Love that there. So pretty. And I wanted to show you those few slightly darker ones. Keystone Gray. Meh. Actually, I don't really like that. Doesn't work. Let's compare it. Look at, so go from here. It's like, okay, all right. It's like, oh my God, right? That's because this has that purpley pink undertone. This is perfect greige. You can see how much these colors just come to life with something with a bit more of that undertone to it compared to the more neutral approach, which actually picks up almost a wink of green in comparison to these red and pink tones and in comparison to that. That's Keystone Gray. Perfect greige is perfect. So there you go. I hope that gets you started on your adventure. Please visit my website. I have hundreds of articles for you to check out and color reviews. You can find me on Instagram, and thank you for watching my YouTube channel. Please consider subscribing.